Holy Jesus. My dear God, the threshold of control. When you reach it, like it just requires a change, of strength, of resourcefulness, of stamina, and of state that I realize when I hit a threshold of control, which I clearly have just did, that the breaking points require all of us to show up in the moment. It's November 8th, 2017. And I am super blessed and super grateful for every single thing. And it's been like, oh, a power push. Anywho, I had a breakdown when I was going and getting ready to set up to start. It's always to start. The story is always about starting, my God. And it's like when the environment, it had to do with technology, of course, that I don't even know fully how to conceptualize it yet, but I'm talking like in the moment, and it was time to record. So I showed up, and the moment was just so much of the resources to produce based on time requirements and resources and you know, it brings out in us what is going to be built. And I know that, and I was very aware, but I definitely felt the hit to the wall of what my response rate is to certain things. And since I am having a direct focus to produce and change, that when I get to those certain new realms, you know, when you're doing something new and it requires new parts of you to be developed, the moments are often those pressure points of breakdown that just the whole moment gets you and you freeze. And I didn't know what to do. And I felt like I personally, based on what I was running with, was out of options, resources for my ideas, for my own ideas at the time. So I started reaching out, and it was definitely like the people were busy, so they couldn't do this. All of a sudden, what I was doing feedbacked a way closer deadline and requirement that I later saw was a lot of a sales pitch to me to get me to do it. But in these moments that we feel at our ends, like that we just freeze or don't know or like are done or stop, like it, I don't even know how to really word it right now, then that is the end of using again, it's observing and stepping back and realizing that we are not our actions that we employ, and the decisions that we're making can be changed when we know that we are the decider. And so in that moment, once it got too stressful, and I got like a high radar now that doesn't allow in that level of stress. Like I have to stop it instantly and start my breath to employ an expansiveness of resource in my mind to change my response, to change what I go to and what I believe is supposed to be for that situation. This might sound very too lucid when it's not specific, but our perception is everything, because that's the other thing that lets us feel certain things might be a threshold of control, when in reality they're only a threshold of control because of what we're perceiving it as. And I think this situation that I had was a lot of that. It was my perception of the feedback in what I took it to mean, and thus then what it felt like to me. And so I'm really wanting to instead employ a compassionate, I want to believe in that's what I'm going to work on, is believing in that the compassionate response to myself is more effective and more empowering and more resourceful and results efficient than a stress-induced response thinking that the situation is a crisis. You know, like, we become so much more prosperous when we can be flexible and prosper with our situation and perceive it. Perceive it lightheartedly, as opposed to so dead-hearted and stuck that that's the option, or rough or solid. And seriously, came out, did a sun salutation. Thank God for those, for sure. Ay, ay, ay. The champion in me. You said it, man. My fuck. So yeah, that's that right about now. So going through, found the force in the moment, realized that it was so powerful and that this was the push. Once I got the feedback and the info and the feeling, it was so shitty feeling. Then I was like so agonized, you know, when you're just like, fuck. And you find a focus. Feel the fuck, find the focus, you know? That's what I did. Got more focused, realized the choice and the decision that I could make differently. So anyways, feeling it, very, very embracing the feeling, using it, feeling very gifted and honored, super excited. So many emotions. I just want to cry, actually. That's that busy, busy little street here right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna feel my way through it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Fucking weird.